Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, Eddie Hearn says he can't believe how highly people in boxing rate Deontay Wilder. Says he had beat nobody other than Luis Ortiz. He ain't beat nobody in the top 5. He was losing every round to Ortiz, and then he won. And he said AJ gonna knock out Wilder like Charles Martin. Dude, AJ fans don't believe that. Styles make fights. Luis Ortiz is a better boxer than Anthony Joshua. Flat out. I don't care what nobody say. He's a better fighter, flat out. Straight up and down. That's my opinion. I mean, who did Anthony Joshua beat? I mean, he beat Joseph Parker. He got whooped on by a late replacement in Andy Ruiz. Fuck did he beat? Dillian White. Didn't even really stop Carlos Takam. That was questionable. Come on, let's talk about who he really beat. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who did he fucking beat? That was his first knockout in 3 years, knocking out Robert Helenius. But what people like Eddie Hearn found out that Errol Spence and his fans didn't know, or act like they didn't know. You can preach bullshit to the choir all you want. You can sell it as sugar and it's really salt. But once somebody finally taste it and see what it is and get the reality, if they get in the ring and fight, it ain't gonna matter what you say. We ain't gotta do all this back and forth and back. We ain't gotta do none of that Aaliyah shit. Back, and we ain't gotta do none of that. If we gonna go into a room and we gonna rumble, what do I need to talk for? Other than selling the fight? I don't have to. If I know what I'm gonna do and what I'm capable of, I ain't gotta convince nobody in this world, because guess what? We gonna lace them up. We gonna strap it up. We gonna, whatever gotta be done. Hit that chin strap, lace them gloves up, lace them shoes up, whatever. It's going to happen. So if it's going to happen, I ain't got to convince nobody. Because the money y'all make, it ain't going to make me no money. That's why that's one of the major reasons why it's pointless to debate people on here. Because the majority of people got one-track mind. They don't, even when they got lose, it's, I'm going to move the bar. You know? I'm going to move the bar some more. So ain't nobody got time for that. Literally, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm gonna debate you, and you don't ever think you can't admit that you was wrong. Ain't no point of that. At least when you talk to women and you argue with women, and they not gonna admit they wrong. How they admit that they wrong? They just shut the fuck up. You see it on podcasts all the time. You deal with women. A lot of y'all deal with women all the time. When you show that you right, they ain't got nothing to say. They ain't gonna say, my fault, I'm sorry. How they say I'm sorry is they want to bust it open for you or slide you down. That's it. They want, and if they have a woman tell you she's sorry or she apologized, you that nigga. Routinely when she wrong, you that nigga. Or she ain't got nowhere other place to live. But who Eddie Hearn trying to convince? If they gonna fight, and then he says that basically ain't nothing done yet. That's what he said. Ain't nothing done yet. He said because, with skills challenge the people in Saudi Arabia, the promotional company, if they negotiate with Deontay Wilder, and then they come and they have to negotiate with Anthony Joshua, so then they ain't got to deal with no network disputes. He basically said they ain't got to deal with Al Heyman. So if they individually, negotiate with AJ and individually negotiate with Wilder, he said basically if they come with a deal with Wilder, then it should be easy to do a deal with Anthony Joshua. So this shit ain't even nowhere near done. This ain't even nowhere near done. This ain't nowhere near done. So, this ain't nowhere near done. Say what you want to say. He said that it ain't nowhere near done. I don't see why people rate Wilder so highly and all, man. You will see when AJ asked, looking at the roof of the church, preacher telling the truth that it hurts. AJ is trash. I ain't never seen what niggas seen in AJ. Ever since after the Vladimir Klitschko fight, trash. Trash. His last fight versus Lanius, trash. In my Bubba Dub voice, trash. That motherfucker, right? Even more so with Derrick James, he on the line for Wilder right hand. He don't have no confidence, bro. This nigga nose already leaking. He don't got no heart. He timid. He soft. Anything, any adjectives around that. You know, and Wilder, if he beat Wilder, he thug out Wilder, I don't give a fuck. Gotta give him credit. But he just seemed like a big fake figurehead. Is he capable of beating Wilder? He fucking heavyweight. Say what you want to say about AJ. He an athletic big motherfucker. Speed, power, strong. He can hurt Wilder. You don't even know if Wilder can take a punch. So it ain't out the realm of possibility that he beat Wilder. You got people saying, well, you know, people like Paulie said, well, Ruiz a better fight. Ruiz going to sleep too. Don't matter. Because Ruiz got to keep darting in and out. Ruiz can't stay on the inside. So anytime you stay on the inside of, outside of Wilder punches, and you got to close the gap, it's a larger percentage you're gonna get caught with that right hand. Usyk presents probably the most outside of Fury, the most problems, because his movement, his defense. That's it. Andy Ruiz lined up for the right hand because he constantly got to be moving in and out. If he was able to get in there and stay on the inside and grind Wilder up from the inside and stay there and not having to dart in and out so much, I would say, yeah. Ruiz got a great chance. But he got to dart in and out, and that's why Ruiz know that. He ain't trying to get in the ring. It's fine. I don't blame him. Perfect style matchup for Wilder. Somebody that got to go in and out, cut that bigger distance off. He gonna land, he gonna land something, but then he gonna end up in the back of the ambulance. He gonna wake up, you know, like Adonis Creed when driving Drago's son illegally knocked his ass out. It was a DQ. But Eddie Hearn, you know, Eddie Hearn is just one of them dudes, he hanging on by a prayer. He hanging on by a prayer, no cap. He hanging on by a prayer. And that's the honest truth. He hanging on by a prayer. Real talk. He hanging on by a prayer. He literally hanging on by a prayer. He ain't got shit going for him. He ain't got nothing going on his own. He ain't got no Canelo. He ain't got no fighters. He about to sacrifice AJ to Wilder if they do fight. Then he ain't got nothing going on. What else he got? He trying to push Berlanga, man. Betting your house, your large part of your house on Berlanga, bro, you might as well go ahead and file for unemployment. Eddie Hearn has nothing, bro. AJ go down, Berlanga get knocked. Eddie Hearn has nothing. Eddie Hearn is one AJ loss away from going back to UK with his tushy hurting. Well, he's gonna knock him out like he did Charles Martin. Okay. Eddie Hearn is about to get a proper villain send-off. It ain't gonna be no Thanos coming back in time to achieve shit. He is about to go home with his backside on 10. That is what's about to happen to Eddie Hearn. That's what's about to happen to Eddie Hearn. He about to go back home with his ass on 10. His own be smart to deal with it and get him out of the way. He ain't got no fighters. He don't bring no value to the platform. Nothing. So he can talk all this fast car salesman Eddie shit. We ain't buying that, bro. Ain't nobody buying it. you're going to come back home with your booty hurting. And we all know it. You're going to come back home with your booty hurting. And Frank Warren was smart, teamed up with Bob. You're going to be there starting over. With your daddy saying you a fuck up. So, that's what he going to be saying. But, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJGood313. Venmo, CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Check out the Boxing News playlist, Heavyweight Boxing Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.